Hello everyone, it is Coffee Stitcher. It is Martin Luther King Day. As many of you probably have gotten used to, when there's 3-day weekends, a lot of the times I film on Monday. Yesterday was spent going to the movies and feeling kind of meh, and trying to finish up what I was doing on Snow White, because I have a quasi-new start-ish. So, how is everybody? Good, that's really awesome to hear. My coffee is very good this morning. Alright, there is no haul this week to speak of. However, I have been diligently stalking USPS. And from what I can best tell, my Omnic frames most likely will be here tomorrow. Now, the caveat to that is, I don't know if they're going to deliver, or if I'm going to have to go to the post office. Fingers crossed I don't have to go to the post office. I can do that. It's my early week, so I could do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably won't be able to do it Tuesday, because probably what's going to happen, if they don't just immediately say pick up at post office, is they're going to try to deliver it, and if they won't let the office sign for it, then it's going to go back to the post office. So, either tomorrow or Wednesday, there will be an Omnic frame video. Exciting. Which means I'm going to work my butt off to try and get my goal done on my new start, so that way I can go into Harry Potter. Because I'm excited. I've missed that one. So there should be a haul next week. It made it to the Fort Worth USPS, and it's in transit to destination. So, we shall see. We shall see. Alright, so, no real haul, but we've got some Q&A. We've got whip updates, of course, as well as this week's plan as of now. So, yeah. Thanks to everyone who's been watching OzTube. The OzTube video will be made after this one. I'm actually going to be creating a separate YouTube channel for my Oz videos. So kind of stay tuned for that. I may actually even do that today. We'll see. Alright, so let's jump in with the Q&A. Stitchy-san asks, has another Lowry question. Are you able to position the stand so you are looking straight ahead at your work to alleviate a sore neck from looking down? Also, did you get the silver gray or the stainless steel? Thanks in advance. Glad it's working well for you. I got the silver gray, I believe. I think that's the one I got. But it's the one that had all of the had the extender bar in stock. So whichever one has the in-stock extender bar, that's the one I got. Yes, you can position it if you get it, assuming kind of a little bit is on chair height and your height. But yes, you can position it so you're straight ahead. I tend to shift around a lot, so I shift to whatever's comfortable, but I still work it at an angle, because if I have it straight up and down, I can't do that. That just weirds me out. Stitch and Kitchen, I'm sorry that you had the goof on night before Christmas as well. That's never fun. Michelle Gregorio asked the same thing about the stand color. Let's see. Kate's Crafting Corner asks what my Goodreads name is, and I think it's Husk charmer. That's going to be my guess. I actually should look that up because I don't know. My books. More settings. Maybe I'm just on there by my name. I am in the Stitchers book club, even though I've never read anything in it. Oh, and that was actually a question on OzTube. So, Kate's Crafting Corner, if you're watching this, there's your answer. I'll answer it in the other one too, which is gonna be the same answer. Kelly Bell, yes, I kept the hold at bay. The hold at bay. The hold at bay. Hold at bay. Sandra Stitches says she's stitching a project on 25 count 1/1. It calls for Kreinik number 4 braid, but that's too bulky. I want to use 2 strands of blending filament. Should I double stitch with 1 strand, or would 2 strands in the needle work? I would try it and see. I've never tried to work with more than 1 strand of blending. So that, I don't have a good answer for that. Best solution would be just try it and see what works best for you. I have a feeling neither. If it were me, I would probably use 2 strands and then tie a knot in it on the side that you like. So here's the eye of your needle. And there's your blending filament. I would tie a knot on this side, so that way as you're stitching, you're less likely to lose it. That would be me, though. And I did know you can actually get the Bothy Fairy Tales from Pulse Stitches, but I don't enjoy the design well enough to go through all that, and quite honestly, that's more hassle than it's worth. I would rather just buy the chart and pull something from Stash. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. And I think that's everything. Okay, so we've got our WIP updates. I started this week with Octopus Garden. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I did more this week than I thought I did. I actually started this week with Night Before Christmas. So here it is. Those are the parts that are finished. I did the part with Santa. There was an unintentional change. I didn't realize until it was too late that this pot was supposed to be 1 row bigger. So my tree got a slightly longer trunk. But honestly, who would ever know? Really and truly, who would ever know? So there we go. So I am loving this one. It is a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, I'm dreading the one that's on the other side in the same place Santa is, because that's a lot of solid filling. Not really a lot, but it's more than I generally like to do, but that's okay. We will get through it. Alright. Boop. Okay. So, I worked on that. Then I worked on Octopus. And while we're discussing, I need to pull out... I discovered I didn't put back all of my Lexington green the other day. So, this week got away from me a little bit. My best friend was in town for a training thing, so we went out Thursday. So I didn't get any stitching in Thursday. Friday, I got very little stitching in because we had date night, which date night takes precedence over stitching all the time. And that's not a slam. I'm very happy for date night. So I didn't really get as much stitching in as I thought I was going to. So I modified my goal. If towards the end of the month, if I find myself with some free time, I may come back and finish, but that's okay. So I just finished up Vern, which is what I've decided to name the octopus. Vern the octopus. You can see it a little better on camera than you actually can in person, but there are definitely two colors in the darker tentacles. But I'm really enjoying him. So my next plan is, I was looking at the pattern, and I can actually pretty much work one color at a time the rest of the way through it. There's going to be probably a couple where where it's like one or two colors in the middle of others, so I may have to wait. But so there's Octopus. And then I also worked on Snow White. So my goal was to finish this section here, which I did, obviously. The one change I did make was I used Kreinik. Actually, I used Petite Treasure braid for the crown, and the back stitching in the crown is actually a Kreinik. I'm going to use some metallic, so actually next month I'm going to go over and do the queen. I think it'll depend on if I get to stitch cinch or not. I've got to, actually. I really need to go this week. Maybe Thursday, since that's one of my early days. And they're open later on Thursday. Because I need some blending filaments, because I'm going to do the crowns with a little more, with hardier Kreinik, but I'm going to do a little bit of accent work in both the Magic Mirror and her comb. And for that, I'm going to need some blending filament, because I've got it for the blues, but I don't have it for the pinks. Surprisingly, don't have a lot of blending filament, actually. Alright, so this week, I'm going to definitely work on Haunted Mansion from Pedal Pusher. So that was where I started it. So we're going to do the 3 ghosts this month, and then we'll go from there. So that's going to be what I do once the video is over. Alright. I think that's kind of it for me. Obviously my Floss 2 videos are probably going to be a little shorter since there's not much haul. So I do apologize for that, and because there's no longer an Oz option. But I figure there are so many people out there who do really, really long videos, which is not anything against those, that my shorter ones, that gives you a little bit of a, like, oh, I don't have long to watch. Oh, Garrett's got one. It's only 15 minutes. I've got that much time. So there we go. So I hope everyone is well. I'm going to work for sure on Haunted Mansion this week, and then probably work on Giant Harry Potter. Yee. And I will see you all later.